A single notification lights up a dark room. You open the class group chat and see a message that makes your stomach drop, maybe a direct threat or severe bullying aimed at a classmate. Other times, the danger is less obvious. It might be a vague, unsettling post that reads more like a quiet plea for help from a peer in crisis. Your first instinct is to tell someone, but before you can act, you freeze. A wall of what-if scenarios suddenly blocks the path. You worry about the social fallout if people find out you spoke up. You wonder if you're overreacting to a joke, or if your report will unfairly ruin a classmate's future. This illustration represents a common view of school reporting, a literal black box. You press a button, and the system triggers an automatic sequence of punishment without context or conversation. As long as the process feels like a mystery, students will continue to hesitate, and dangerous situations will continue to escalate. To break that cycle, we have to look at what happens once that report is made. The process starts when you approach a trusted adult, a teacher, a coach, or a counselor. Their first priority isn't to judge, it's simply to listen and provide a secure space for you to speak. They will thank you for having the courage to come forward. Then, the conversation moves into a neutral, fact-finding phase. They need the raw data of the situation, exactly what you saw, the specific time it happened, and who was involved. This is where evidence becomes crucial. Providing a screenshot or a saved message log allows the school to base its response on objective facts rather than a game of telephone. This flowchart shows the next step, the threat assessment protocol. Your data is handed to a specialized team for evaluation. Active paths focus on a context check and danger level, pausing any rush to punishment to fully understand the concern. The entire process is built to be an objective investigation. Your report doesn't trigger a guilty verdict. It triggers a careful search for the truth. Even with a fair process, many students still fear being labeled an informant and facing social isolation. Schools use strict confidentiality protocols. In this network diagram, the reporting student is shielded by a protective ring, keeping their identity separate from the school population. That shield only opens to an authorized adult when necessary to keep someone safe. In the most severe situations, this may involve coordinating with specialized professionals or outside authorities to ensure everyone's protection. The goal of this ecosystem is to make speaking up a protected act. Your anonymity is treated with the same level of priority as the safety of the school itself. Once facts are gathered and the assessment is complete, the process moves into its final phase. This is where we see what the system is actually trying to achieve. Rather than jumping straight to discipline, the school deploys supportive interventions. This includes sending counselors to check on students and ensuring the well-being of everyone affected. The final step is often the creation of a customized safety plan, a roadmap designed to provide help and keep the situation from getting worse. This graphic highlights an important distinction in your role. You don't need to be a detective searching for proof. You are simply an observer. You aren't responsible for investigating the situation or being certain of the outcome. You only need to honestly share the facts as you know them. A safe school environment relies on this kind of early intervention. By sharing what you know, you allow the school to neutralize a threat while it's still just a spark, before it causes real harm. This shows that reporting isn't about getting someone in trouble. It is the first step in a chain reaction of care, a simple act that can ultimately save a life.